Hi, I'm Mason Kirkby, and on this episode of My View of the Blue, we're diving just off Pendennis Point, searching for the German U-boats just off the coast. Pendennis Point is located on the south coast of the Cornish Peninsula, a historical location due to the 16th century castle commissioned by Henry VIII as a strategically placed sea defence, as Falmouth has been a fishing and naval port for over 500 years. We're diving at a local shore dive called Silver Steps, where there's a stunning reef system carved out of the Cornish granite that was once bedrock to a mountain range comparable to the Himalayas. The reef system is home to hundreds of species and has some amazing caves too. This dive we're looking for some of the remains of a World War I German U-boat that was stranded off the coast after the Germans had given the U-boats to the English as a peace offering approaching the end of the First World War. The engines had been removed prior to transport, and as one of the U-boats was being towed across the Falmouth harbour, the lack of weight from ballast caused the U-boat to veer off course and eventually being beached on the Pendennis Reef. After this accident, the naval forces decided to use the reef as a storage ground for scrap metal on the U-boats. There's pictures of local school children playing on these mysterious vessels that had washed ashore. After 100 years and countless scrap metal thieves, the U-boats had reduced to just a few pieces of the hull, but it's still fascinating to see a piece of history resting placed at the bottom of the sea just off a local coast. So first thing was first, we had to take the bottles down the road to be filled up, so we packed them into the van and set off down the road to our local dive centre. Seaways is a local dive centre run by friendly owner Colin, who filled the bottles up for us in no time. Alas, we had arrived at the dive site. We quickly got to work unpacking all of the gear. I started by attaching the BCD to the scuba tank. I then attached the A-clamp style regulators onto the bottle, attaching the hose to the BCD. Then attaching the gauges to the little clip I've got on the side of the jacket. Turn on the air. I usually turn it all the way out and then a turn and a half inwards. Pop the camera in the case. And we're ready to dive. It's only a short walk from the car park down to the dive site. And it was a glorious day. Such a stunning beach, Castle Beach. As you can see, it's low tide, slack water. So finally we're in the water and we're ready to drop down. Venturing into a new world below the sea. And after about half an hour of looking around, I came across this piece of scrap metal that looks like it could have spent the last century on the seafloor. I carried on looking about and I come around the corner of the reef and there it was. There's only a few bits of the fuselage still left of the U-boat, but it's amazing to see this piece of history.